This is Jill from Potty Talks, along with a couple of my friends, here to talk to you today about the signs of readiness for potty training. Is your child ready to start potty training? The number one question that I get is, at what age should I start to potty train my child? Well, it's not so much a matter of age as it is if your child is showing signs of readiness. And we're going to talk about the signs of readiness in a minute. But first I want to talk about some major components that you need to know about in development for your child to be ready for potty training. The first one is physical. Is your child physically ready for potty training? And what I mean by that is, are their bodies developed enough to be able to control their bladder and their bowel? Also, there is a cognitive component, which means, are they understanding what it is that you want them to do? And can they make those connections between, say, the sensation or the feeling of having to go and what they need to do next? And also there is that emotional component that's so important. That is the motivation. Do they want to be a big kid? Do they want to be independent? Do they want to? And naturally, most kids want to please their parents. Most kids want to be independent, especially at this age of 2 and 3, you know, the no stage or the I can do it stage by myself. That's what we're going to be tapping into with that motivation. We're going to make potty training fun, and we're going to make it stress-free so that everyone has a great experience, and you are more likely to be successful when you do that. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about the actual signs of readiness. What should you be looking for? One of the first signs of readiness to look for is if your child is able to stay dry for a couple of hours at a time during the day. One of the best times to check the little diapies is after nap time. If they can stay dry for a couple of hours, what that's telling us is that their bladders are starting to be developed enough to be able to control their bladder, and so this is a great time to start potty training. Now, nighttime training is going to take a little bit longer, but if during the day you notice this, it's a good time to start potty training. Also, are they getting uncomfortable? Are they trying to tell you that they're uncomfortable with their diaper? Are they telling you, mommy pee-pee, mommy poo-poo? They're able to start communicating that to you. And by the way, you do need to start, when you start potty training, you do need to come up with the terms that you're going to use so that your child feels comfortable in using those terms with you and able to express when they have to go or that they have gone. So you're going to have to come up with the terms for number 1 and number 2. Maybe you call it that, maybe you call it pee-pee or wee-wee or poop or poo-poo, but it sounds silly, but the more comfortable you are expressing that, the more comfortable your children will feel in communicating the need to go potty with you. Now, they also may be trying to show you that they're uncomfortable by taking their diaper off. I know I've had a number of people tell me that children will actually take the diaper off and leave a trail around the house of diapers. So that's telling you right there that they're uncomfortable. They're starting to feel that they don't want that. Another sign of readiness is if your child is showing an interest or a curiosity in the potty or in the bathroom. So it's great to take them with you to show them that they don't need to be afraid, that this is a natural process. So if they're showing that curiosity, it might be time to start potty training as well. Also, if they're having consistent bowel movements is another sign of readiness. And if they can follow simple instructions, such as go sit on the potty and stay there, pull your pants up, pull your pants down. If you can communicate to them and they understand, and they can communicate back to you as well what their needs are, this is also a good sign that they should be ready to start potty training. Now, another tip is to remember when you're starting potty training, remember that your children may have a real valid fear for starting something like this. This is the first time that they are going to be taking care of themselves, and you have some real expectations of them. You have to communicate that, make sure they understand what it is that you expect of them or that you want them to do. And also remember that they may be afraid when you see them crouching in the corner behind the chair, grunting and straining to go, and you say, oh my gosh, you know, we're in the middle of potty training, and you go scoop them up and rush them into the bathroom. They're really afraid, like, what is going on? Oh my gosh. So I've been guilty of that one myself. So just remember to communicate, to be patient, understanding, and always keep your sense of humor when it comes to potty training. There will be setbacks, there will be accidents. Remember, potty training is a process. They call it training for a reason. You're the coach, and they're your little trainee, and you need to remember that it takes a lot of practice to get anything right, and it is going to take a certain period of time depending on your child how long. So be patient. And also, one thing I wanted to mention before I go, are you ready to start potty training? I know that sounds silly, but are you ready? Do you have the time and the commitment that it's going to take to be successful at potty training? So if you're not ready, if you've got something going on in your life, like a move or a new job or an illness in the family, you're going to want to postpone potty training until it's the perfect time that you have the time to dedicate to your child, because it'll be more successful and less stressful if you all have the time to put into potty training. And it will take some time, so don't expect it to happen overnight. Also, make sure that you have a team around you, whether it's your husband or your in-laws or your daycare provider or the preschool teacher, whoever is going to be helping with potty training. They all need to be on the team, and they need to be on the same page. Let them know what it is, the program, the method that you're using, the rewards that you're using. All of that's very important for everybody to be consistent throughout the child's day, so they are not confused. They know that wherever they are, this is what's expected of them for potty training, and you'll have so much more success if everybody's in on the same program. And remember, every child is different. I have 3 children of my own, and they were all different for many different things, but potty training was no exception. 3 different methods that worked for my kids. So always remember that your child's an individual. You know your child better than anybody else, so you know what's going to work for rewards, what's going to work to motivate them. And also, don't feel bad about if you started too early or you have a setback, that you just completely stop for a little while and give it some time and start again. If you're frustrated, if they're frustrated, it's not going to work. Pushing them to go before they're ready is not going to work. So please don't feel bad about starting and maybe having to stop and restart again at another time. Also, I suggest that you read all that you can about potty training. There's so many great books, so many great resources out there on the internet to help you if you do have some problems along the way. So, and you will also want to check with your pediatrician. That's also a great resource. So good luck with potty training for all you parents that are in the trenches and those of you that are about to start. Remember to keep potty training positive and fun, and be consistent with your methods, and you will succeed, I promise. So good luck with potty training. If you have any questions for me or some ideas for some future episodes, you can contact me at MomTV. My name is Potty Tots, or you can contact me at my email at jill@pottytots.com. Good luck, and remember, you can do it.